Hey guys, just checking in from the Airbnb. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. Um, yeah, just wanted to quickly check in and talk about how cool it is to be here, hanging out with the family on a Tuesday. You know, as a small business owner, there's a lot of stress and a lot of stuff that is difficult to deal with. But if I was working my 9 to 5, I wouldn't have the opportunity to be just hanging out here with the family and enjoying a day of swimming in the pool until it started raining, and just hanging out and being able to do what I want to do, make my own schedule. So being a business owner is not for everybody, but it's days like this, you know, some days I'm pulling out my hair and worrying about finances and payroll and whatever else. And there's other days where it seems to pay off once in a while and you can make your own schedule, enjoy Kona Hawaii, enjoy waking up at 9 and cooking the kids breakfast and looking at the ocean and being your own boss, so to speak. So that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about today a little bit. So what are some unique challenges to being a startup, being a business owner in Hawaii? Well, that's a good question, and I'd say there's a lot to consider there. It depends really upon what kind of business you're offering. Personally, my brother and I are in restoration, so we do mold, fire, water, disaster restoration. If somebody's house floods and they need the water sucked out and they need it dried out, or they need mold taken out and treated, that's what we do. So that would be considered a service industry. And, you know, Hawaii's known for tourism, right? So a lot of the business industry is built around tourism. But of course there is a population here of locals that need restoration services, that own homes or Airbnbs, and they need care when something happens, when a leak happens, a refrigerator line or a toilet line bursts and the house floods, or toilet backs up and you got poo-poo water all over the house, or fire happens. They need restoration services, so that's where we come in. Being here on an outer island, because Hawaii is the chain of islands, and then you have kind of the commerce headquarters, the capital, which would be Honolulu, the city on Oahu. It's much different owning a restoration company on Oahu as opposed to being here on the Big Island, just because there's more stores, more distribution, more availability to go rent equipment if you don't have it in stock. Whereas here on the Big Island, we have maybe 2 Home Depots, you know, and it's a massive island. It's the size of the state of Connecticut, I believe, on the East Coast. So basically we have a lot of rural areas on the island and not a lot of big stores or infrastructure. You got the 2 main cities, Kona and Hilo, that are kind of the population centers on the island. And, you know, if we're running low on filters for our HEPA air scrubbers, or, you know, a machine goes down, breaks down, we can't just drive to the nearest distributor and have it fixed. We have to go online, order a part, and it takes 2-3 weeks for that part to get here sometimes. So it's just having to plan ahead for those kind of things. having to have a lot more in stock up front than people on the mainland, because you could just, like I said, drive a few minutes, 20 minutes to your nearest Aramco or whatever distributor that you buy from and be able to buy a new piece of equipment or a replacement part or filters or more chemicals for mold remediation or odor control or whatever your project is. So we're pretty isolated out here, and it's just a different animal. So not only do you have the normal problems of startups and small business, you have to have those extra things that cause it to be, you know, difficult. Definitely difficult. But I think the biggest thing I keep thinking about lately is you're going to be compensated in accordance to the level of difficulty. So, you know, a lot of being a business owner is solving problems. So the bigger problem, the harder the problem, if you're able to solve it and bring your customer a good solution, then, you know, that's how you're going to get compensated. You have to be able to bring solutions to the table, be a solution-driven business to be able to make it in a place like Hawaii. So, I don't know, that's just a quick thought kind of on small business in Hawaii, restoration, and some of the challenges that we regularly face. But like I said at the beginning of the video, sometimes the headache pays off. You get to sit in a rainstorm in Kona and enjoy just a kind of lazy, chilling Tuesday with the kids. And, you know, maybe I'll have to work harder on the weekend and make up for some of the time I'm spending chilling. But I do like making my own schedule and, you know, making my own schedule, being my own boss. That's the upsides. So, yeah, if you have any questions about starting businesses in Hawaii or on the Big Island, definitely something we need more of. There's a lot of people that live here, and service industry, man, it's tough to get people to even answer their phones. So if we could get more young guys, young people starting businesses that are helping people out here on the island. You know, competition's not a bad thing. Competition, I think, overall helps all of us grow. So, you know, start hitting me on the chat or comments, and we'll bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, aloha.